I really wish I uploaded this video yesterday. Okay, what will Jacob Elordi's Frankenstein monster look like in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein 2025? Obviously. Okay, so this is the question on everybody's mind, and I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to give my 2 cents on this individual, considering I'm, a little bit hyperfixated on him, and it's not like it's been almost 2 decades or anything. Okay, so full disclosure, first things first. I did this drawing you're seeing in the background yesterday. I did it at the park. It was very fun. I was vibing. I was taking some inspiration and critique from somebody who had apparently seen him on set and said, hey, make him look a little grosser. So I was like, oh, okay. So I was working on this, I stayed up all night playing Marvel Rivals and just chilling and being sad. And then I woke up this morning to actual photographs of the creature. They didn't show anything in detail. It was just a few little things, but talk about manifestation. I do it. I got this spiritual soul connection to the creature. I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna go over this drawing I'm doing and why I made him look like this. So as we all know, Frankenstein's monster in popular media does not look like how he looks in the book. When I read this book for the first time when I was 11, I read the creature's description, I was like, yo, wait, what do you mean he's 8 feet tall? What do you mean he's pale yellow colored and he's got long black hair? Who the freak is this guy? Who is this diva? Then I proceeded to fall madly in love with him. You know how it is. But I don't think people are necessarily going to be ready to see what he looks like, book accurate wise, because most people think Frankenstein and they think green dude with bolts in his neck who walks with his arms outstretched and goes, which, I love that depiction of the creature for its own special reasons. But that is not Frankenstein's creature. That is not the dude Mary Shelley wrote about. Because this dude is a smart son of a gun. And this dude is a beautiful son of a gun. And he is, oh my gosh, there's so much to him. Let's stick to the design. I'm not going to get carried away. Let's stick to the design. There's a Gizmodo article from January called, oh no, Jacob Elordi looks monstrously hot as Frankenstein's monster. And I saw this in January and I was like, I'm cooked. I'm so cooked, bro. I'm already attracted to the creature just by virtue of him being himself. Heaven forbid they actually try to make him handsome. Bro. Take me out of that theater. Anyway, according to this article, they saw the creature. They saw the trailer before we did. They say, he's 6'5", obviously. He's tall, he's lanky, and despite being pieced together from various body parts, we can very clearly see that it's Elordi under all the makeup. His movie star good looks clash with the horrific makeup in a way that just works. Even the signature cut across the head, a staple of every Frankenstein's monster, is a little cooler than usual, as it starts on the upper right side of his head and then swoops down to above his left eye. Now, if we head over to the wrap, there's this paragraph here that says, this creature looks heavily inspired by the illustrations of Bernie Wrightson, which was first published by Marvel Comics in 1983. Stringy black hair, his face and body thin and sinewy, with deep, soulful eyes. This all sounds perfect to me. As we all know, the Bernie Wrightson monster is one of the best Frankenstein's monsters. I don't think anybody's gonna fight you for saying that. That dude is powerful, he is commanding, and he's hideous, right? He looks like a desiccated, mummified body, and yet he's kind of beautiful. Bernie Wrightson's son, John Wrightson, did this really fantastic sculpture of his father's creature design, and that was as I've heard, that was going to be what the creature was going to look like when Universal was in the works of making another Frankenstein movie back in 2010 or something. It never came to fruition, obviously, but the statue's fantastic, and it's definitely one of my favorite creature designs. But the Bernie Wrightson creature notably does not really have stitches, like the stitches we've come to associate with Frankenstein's monster. But Jacob Elordi's / Guillermo del Toro's does have those, and whoa mama, they are beautiful. As I have tried my best to capture every stitch that I can see. I've gone through frame by frame, upscaling and putting it on the TV and leaning in and, kissing the screen, whatever. I've done my best. And, so I had this one drawing that I did of him that was one of my first, and I still really love this drawing. I think I like him, he is really cute. He's a cute guy. He's not very ugly, but Maybe I just think the creature's a cutie, you know? Maybe it's fine. But somebody... Okay, this is where it gets crazy, because people who've worked on this film have come to me in my DMs and asked if I've seen leaks. They asked me if I saw leaks for this freaking movie, and I was like, no, I haven't seen anything. And they're like, well, what does it look right? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I'm like, you don't understand. This movie owns my soul. Like, it has me in a chokehold. It's strangling my aortas. I can't go one day without thinking about it and thinking about him. Positive, by the way. I'm not complaining. This is great. This is great fun for me. So, yeah, they of course were like, yo, I can't say anything in detail, but you are very, very close. And I was like, very close? Well, can you give me any push into the right direction? And they're like, no, I'm under NDA. Makes sense. So, one of them, though, he was not a part of the production. He said he was on set, and he told me that I just need to make him a little bit more gruesome. So... I did this drawing where I got rid of the eyebrows and I gave him his yellow eyes that he's got in the book. In the book, it never says specifically if the irises were yellow or if it's just the sclera or whatever the freaking white part is. It never says, but I gave him the yellow eyes anyway. Gave him the really sad bags under his eyes. The scar that starts from the upper right side of his head and swoops down to above his left eye. I put that in here. Yeah, he looks pretty cute, I think. Like, cute, but like in a wet, pathetic kind of way. So, yeah, cut to, that was yesterday when I drew this. Cut to me this morning, waking up at 8:30 and seeing these images posted and instantly bursting into tears. Because that's just how it is. But I'm so mad that I didn't make this video yesterday, because talk about manifestation, like I said earlier. Oh my gosh. My Shayla, he's gorgeous, he's so beautiful, I love him so much, but, I like that they're still keeping it pretty close to the chest, you know, not showing too much, just a little bit, just enough. I love what we're seeing so far, and the colors, I was wrong about the yellow eyes, but this was the first time I've done the yellow eyes on this creature, so, sorry, I'm searching up the pictures so I can show you guys. Yeah, I usually put yellow eyes on my creature or one yellow eye, but this one has, he's got, they look brown to me. They look like brown eyes, which is great because I like brown eyes. You know, I'm a sucker for brown eyes. Creature doesn't have eyebrows. Yippee. Except also I'm okay with him having eyebrows. And also, this image that we see of his face is post battle damage. I don't know how he gets battle damaged. I just know that he does. You can see like his sternum poking through his chest, like you can see the front skin of his chest is like somehow torn or burned away, and like the skin on his fingers is shredded off, so they're like bone. This guy's been through it, okay? This poor baby has been abused. So I don't know if he'll have eyebrows at any point in this movie and they get like scorched off or what. We have no idea. But this is what we have so far. He's got, again, here's that really cool, the really cool swoop down his face. It looks very similar to lightning, if I do say so myself. And again, I don't know if that is the same mark. It looks different now because it's like healed. I don't know how long he's been out roaming the wilds, but it's gonna be kind of healed. This one right here might be, it could either be hair or like another scar that he received somehow. He's got this weird one on his nose that goes across the bridge of his nose right there. And I actually put that stitch on one of my creature drawings because I thought it looked kind of like an homage to the Bernie Wrightson creature. Del Toro said that his monster will not have a Skeletor nose, which is, you know, something the Bernie Wrightson creature had that was very Phantom of the Opera inspired. But Elordi's monster is not going to have that. But I put on that stitch that one time to kind of allude to that being the thing. And it looks like he's got almost the same one going on in this picture. And like the skin's like a little bit of different color. I'm like, is that bone? Is that bone? Like, I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. And again, this specific image we cannot go off of necessarily for the entirety of the film because this is probably at the end where he's already been through the ringer and he has been suffering this whole time. and he's gonna look different than he will look at the beginning of the movie. That's just how it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gorgeous. We got a bunch of awesome pictures. Oh my gosh, this one. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna start crying again. No, I won't. Stay strong for the creature. We get a look at his cute little hands, lacking in stitches. These are very delicate, gentle looking hands. I need to go back and change my design because I'm not seeing a whole lot of stitches on these bad boys. I really love the dark kind of frostbitten look on his fingertips. That's something that the Boris Karloff creature in the early Universal Frankenstein movie from 1931 had. He had the kind of like frosted tips, I guess you could say, on his fingers, and I always think that's cute. It's like a little Siamese cat, it's cute. It's cute. And then you got, oh my gosh, you got so many good pictures in here. I'll put the link in the description so you can go look, because I'm not gonna go over all these by myself. You think I got that kind of time? No, I'm losing my mind. But yeah, so as close as we get to seeing the monster, you can see here in my art, which has been mistaken for being based off of leaks from the set. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's 100% accurate. I'm just saying I love this guy so much, and I need him. I need to marry this guy. I need to marry this monster. I need him to come sweep me off my feet and carry me away and be a nice little guy, because he's a nice little guy. And I don't know what you want me to say. But yeah, that's probably about it. Enjoy the art, enjoy the movie, go look at these pictures and give them your love, and keep up to date. We're gonna see Del Toro's Frankenstein is premiering at the Venice Film Festival at the end of August. Then it's immediately hopping over to the Toronto Film Festival at the beginning of September, and then, according to my extremely thought out mathematical calculations and autistic pattern recognition, we will see this movie in theaters sometime around, if not on, October 15th of this year. I'm just saying, based off of everything we know about this film and its release schedule, and also Del Toro's Pinocchio and its release schedule, which is following almost the exact same pattern of release, like, being shown at this festival, being shown at this festival, and then being dropped in theaters, and then 6 days later having the art book by Insight Editions published, and then exactly a month after being dropped onto Netflix, where it's initially said to go. I think we're getting Frankenstein on October 15th, okay? We're probably getting, I think this because the art book that I pre-ordered for Frankenstein is coming on October 21st. It's dropping on October 21st, which is, 6 days after October 15th, or about a week after October 15th. And also, there's a perfect little gap between the IMAX showings of, what was it? Was it Zootopia and Wicked? Was it? I'm not gonna look right now. There's a small gap of about a week and a half in IMAX showings where they could theoretically fit Frankenstein if they really wanted to. I don't know what theaters it's coming to. I don't know anything. Everything I say is bullcrap. But you can check and see on October 15th if Frankenstein's in the theater. And if it's not, I'm sorry. I'm just guessing. But if it is, I'm right, and I'm a clairvoyant. So, yeah, okay, I guess I'll freaking talk to you guys later, maybe. I said I'm not gonna make any more videos about this movie, but that was a freaking lie, because I be making movies. I be making videos. And I want to talk about it, and no one will listen, except for my mom. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching my cute little art, and thank you for taking the time to hear my thoughts. Bye!